Well, you know what they say about the best of intentions. When the July box came at the end of June, I did the opening video. I did the actual opening of the package video, and then I did the closing video and put it on my Mac's desktop to kind of put everything together in iMovie and package it up. Well, here we are at the end of July, and I haven't gotten that video put up, but I'm pushing ahead on August anyhow. I'm just not getting the feel for this whole YouTube haul blogger thing, but you know, since I think I only have like 2 people subscribing to me anyhow, so to both of you, I apologize. So August opens up with the best of intentions going awry. Usually I do these on my MacBook and then do the opening portion on the phone and then do the closing portion back on the MacBook. But I upgraded my MacBook to the Yosemite beta, and apparently I've just learned, and I'll send a note to Apple about this. Apparently, Photo Booth does not work in Yosemite. So, Apple users, if you use Photo Booth, hold off on the Yosemite beta for the time being. You're not going to be able to take your own photos and videos and Photo Booth with it. So I'm still trying to figure out the opening to these things. I mean, you know, it just seems really cheesy. So I'm a teacher by trade, and this is kind of my thing in the classroom. You know, I always kind of open up the lectures. Okay, folks, here we go. It's, you know, here's the class, here's the day, here's what we're doing, and I really don't want all of my videos to open up like this. The problem is I'm entirely too fat, unmotivated, and lazy to sit down in a video editing program and kind of make my own little cutesy tootsy animated thing. I'm a bad YouTuber like that. I'm not doing the 3 things that you're supposed to do in these videos. I don't have the cutesy tootsy open with the animation and the sound and everything else in my name. It's just way too ego masturbatory for me. I don't do the obligatory begging for subscribers at the end of the video. Oh, wait. Shit, I just did that. I'm sorry. And I don't do, you know, since this is a Birchbox haul video, I don't do the obligatory begs for referral codes so I can get money. Subliminalpanda@gmail.com. But I was originally going to do this on the MacBook, and I was going to have this, my prop, right off camera. I was kind of thinking about doing the whole cheesy. Any of you guys remember the Welcome to My Home video, that 80s nighttime soap star vanity video that she did that someone else overdubbed? I was kind of thinking about that. Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me. You've arrived just in time for my Birchbox to arrive. Let's look at it together. Yeah, so the whole Yosemite not playing nice with photo booth thing just totally ruined that. God, Apple, you spoil everything, don't you? So here it is, August's Birchbox, and it is not a prop. There is actually stuff inside, and you know what? I think just to save, I'm going to do the stream of conscious. So I'm not going to do the homage to 70s public children's television programming. You don't get to see my disembodied hand. Instead, you get to see me in all my 300-plus pound glory. Damn, this thing is hard to open. I'll just pull these out and go through them item by item by item, and I'll do the Vanna hand and the waving underneath. So now that I actually have this open, so the July box, which I swear I will upload it before I upload this, so you can follow me, all 2 of you, you can follow me in linear order. The big item from the July box, the Harry's razor, it was a razor. It carved stubble off of my face until I decided last week to grow my beard back. It left me with that Bernie je ne sais quoi that every razor that I've used since I ever got my first Schick tracer back in 1991 has put on my face. One of the reasons why I have the beard is it's easier to take care of, and I just, for some reason, I get razor burn, and modern chemistry has not made the product that will make razor burn go away. So, I mean, the Harry's razor is nice, and it gave me a good shave. It gave me an amazing shave. I'm not sure that I would pick it up as a regular product, if only because the only way that you can get the blades is to go through them directly. It's like I said in the video. This is the crack cocaine model. They gave me the handle. They gave me my first 5 blades for free. When those blades eventually run out, the only place that I can go to get them is Harry's Razors. Now, I say that because I also auditioned a new stylist. This whole makeover thing, and depending on how narcissistic I get, the beard restoration, I may shave it back down to the goatee. But I I've kind of been looking at a new stylist, if only because, at the tender age of 42, I'm kind of thinking maybe I can do a little better than, the failed stripper at the Supercuts. No offense, failed strippers at Supercuts. It's just I haven't found one of you who've done a really good job consistently with my hair. So I found in Raleigh, there's a place called Arrow Haircuts. Google them. They're absolutely amazing. They are like a vintage gentleman's barber shop, just updated. It's the coolest thing. When you walk in, there is actually a bar at the reception area. And while you're waiting, if you want water, they'll give you water. If you're more for adult beverages, they'll give you a beer. And you sit and you wait, and they take you back. And they actually have those big iron and steel barber chairs, the kinds that I have not been in since I was a child back in Grand Blanc, Michigan. My dad would take me to his law practice was in a little strip mall in Grand Blanc called the Bella Vista Mall, now called the Grand Mall. I think it's since Michigan has imploded. I think it's now just office space. But there was this little old barber guy, Lauren. If you think back to like that 50s, 60s era barber, he had this little shop down in the basement, just kind of carved into the back corner, stank of pipe smoke. You knew you were getting near it from 50 feet away because you could smell the pipe smoke. And Lauren was just this big old bear of a dude, white hair, white beard, big gruff voice, and he'd be in the chair smoking his pipe, and he'd see my father bring my brother and I in, and he'd sit back and had the leather strips on the side and would sharpen the straight razor and would go in the back to kind of clean up. None of this electric clippers crap. And, he always used to threaten my brother and I, well, if you two don't sit in the chair still, I'm going to cut your ear off and feed it to my cat. And it's that kind of abuse you just don't get in today's society. I mean, come on, can you imagine if an adult threatened a child, even in jest, to cut his or her ear off and give it to the cat? So anyway, Arrow Haircuts, these big iron barber chairs, not the little flimsy foot rails, that me at 300 plus pounds, I'm always afraid to put my feet on because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. There is an iron slab that kind of juts out into an adjustable padded footrest. The woman who did my hair, Annie was her name, talcum powder. I have not had talc used since I stopped seeing Lauren when I moved to college and, left Flint and didn't turn back. I left the state running like an insane person. So talcum powder, hot lather. I mean, this is a gentleman's barbershop. Now, I say that because when I went out there a couple weeks ago to get my haircut for the first time, they also have, come on, you got to have merch. Everybody has to have their merch. One of the cool things about Arrow is, they have local artisans, so there's some kind of really cool art stuff there, but they also have men's grooming products. There was another shop right across the street. I can't remember their name. It's got some shishi frou-frou name that says we're going to tack $10 onto the price of this just because we're that kind of a buffet place. But anyway, I found Marvis toothpaste. I've never found Marvis toothpaste in a physical storefront. It cost me Marvis toothpaste money to get, but nonetheless. So that's the kind of part of town that we're talking about. So Arrow, I go in there, and I'm checking out. I'm getting ready to pay for the service and tip the stylist. And in the merch section, they've got Harry's razors. So I'm kind of thinking, I got my Harry's razor from Birchbox at the beginning of July. Maybe this is a sign, so I made an inquiry. Well, how much do the refill cartridges cost? Because I'm an instant gratification kind of guy. I mean, this is not a weight body. If I see something, I want to eat it. If I see something, I want to buy it. If I see someone, I want to do things to them that only print sings about. I'm just all about the instant gratification. So I see they've got the Harry's razors and they've got these little nice boxed gift sets, and I asked, well, do you sell the refills? And the woman kind of said, well, yeah, we don't really do that. We just sell the gift sets. So I don't know. Apparently, Harry's whole business model is give them the handle for free or give them the handle for cheap and get them to subscribe to the blades. And I'm just not entirely sure that I want to do that. Or if I'm going to do it, I'm not going to pay Harry's prices. I'm probably going to do like Dollar Shave Club. And of course, that all depends if I don't get tired of this growing in, because if you've never grown a beard in before, I know they're all the big hip thing on the internet now and all the kids are doing it. But if you've never grown a beard in about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just going to be to the point where I'm going to be scratching at it like hell because it will be absolutely itchy. And if I can endure that, probably when you see me at the end of August, the beginning of September, I might have a very, my beard may be coming back, but we'll see. So in other Birchbox news, I've stopped temporarily at least following Birchbox on social media. I just can't take the social media teasing. The whole idea, they had this great promotion with Towel Dry. They're giving little tubs of paste styler away, which is the stuff that I use. Retailers, your Birchbox outreach actually works. About 1.5 years ago, I got a little teeny thing of paste styler from them and used it and loved it. So, they have this promotion on Facebook. We're giving away tubs, and if you just respond and like Towel Dry, and so needless to say, that brought out pretty much every internet contest whore with a zombie fleet of Twitter and Facebook accounts. Oh my God, you guys, free stuff on Facebook! So I just have issues with women winning Birchbox Men stuff. Look, I am all about gender exploration, but something tells me that when you have 30 Facebook accounts with the same damn picture that are all replying, I want to win, 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 you really don't want to win. You just want to get free shit. So I decided it's a lot easier to not endure the stress of, womp womp, you lost. So anyway, there's that. Now, this is the August box. Enough of me babbling. So let's see what we've got. The August 2014 theme is summer camp. This is, wow. I never went to summer camp. When I was 13 years old, I went to fat camp. Yes, once upon a time, boys and girls, Weight Watchers would rent private schools and private facilities, and they would bring staffs in, and they would basically do fat camp for the summer. So in the summer of 1986, I went to fat camp for 2 weeks. That was the closest that I've come to summer camp. Gentlemen, the carefree days of bunking in log cabins might be over, but that doesn't mean you still can't bask in the nostalgia. Oh, and the nostalgia, believe me. As a fat boy into fat boys at fat camp, let me tell you, the fox was in the hen house. Granted, I was closeted, they were straight, but nonetheless, if there were any doubts that I was into men, that summer completely clinched it and then some. Keep earning merit badges well into adulthood. This month, we're dusting off our hiking boots, sharpening our old whittling knife, and rehearsing our best campfire stories. There's still plenty of backcountry to explore, and no shortage of kitchens to right after lights out. Oh, Birchbox, you've won me back with that one. I might just have to follow you on Facebook. Believe me, the first place I hit, this is why fatties are doomed to be fat. I was not back from that summer at fat camp 24 hours. So I grew up in Fenton, Michigan. It's one of the suburbs of Flint, and our house was about a mile away from a convenience store. And Michigan, if you're familiar with it, they have a bottle deposit law. And this is back in 1986. A bottle was 10 cents. Well, we lived right on a lake. Lake Fenton is where all the shishi white people went to escape all the brown people who were moving into Grand Blanc, which was at that point in time the shishi suburb, but it was getting a little too brown, so they were all moving out to Lake Fenton because, lake property values could kind of keep most of the poor people and the brown people at bay. So, except there was a public access bay, and it just so happened that public access area was about a quarter of a mile away from our house. So the public access area, if you've ever played RPGs or like World of Warcraft, if you could imagine the 5 trash bins as treasure chests, because drunk people, when they bring their boats off on the lake, they're just going to dump all their shit, including their bottles and their cans with that 10-cent deposit. So let me tell you, I was not back in Fenton for like 24 hours after coming back from Fat Camp. I hit the treasure chest. I farmed up a bunch of cans and bottles. I took them on my bike. Now, I did take my bike. I got a little exercise out of this. Up to the convenience store, turned the bottles into cash, and it was just boom. Again, I blog with the hashtag, "This is why I'm fat. That's why I'm fat." I transmuted. I recycled. I turned cans and bottles into little Debbie's, bottles of Faygo, before the Juggalos brought Faygo down as a brand. Little Debbie's, bottles of Faygo, and all sorts of other stuff, and brought it back up to my room, and I replenished my food stash for the year. So, this is our theme. Summer camp. So let's see what we've got here. All right. So the contents. I'm just going to grab for something. You know what? So August is my birthday month. August 28th. I'm turning 42. I usually don't get presents to unwrap. That's the one thing that sucks. Once you become an adult, look, I don't object to getting money. Please, I'm begging for college tuition on GoFundMe right now because I got to find a way to pay for my stuff for the fall. Money is good, checks are great, but there's still something kind of cool about getting a little package to open up that moment of uncertainty. What's in it. So we're going to save that for last, and let's start with this. Game Day Aftershave Soothing Balm. Now, of course, this being photo booth, it's probably in mirror mode, so what you're seeing is Yiggen, but nonetheless, this is Game Day Soothing Aftershave Balm. We have Clinique for Men. Clinique for Men Broad Spectrum Moisturizer. We have, I think this is the big item. It just says Bison. Designed for life. All right, note to self in the future. I've got to do something about the glare from the monitor on this. So let's see what it is. It's probably not a real bison. Sorry, furries. Let's see. It's a leather cock ring, I think, or it's probably a little too big. I think it's a bracelet. Probably just a little too big. Well, if I'm into the strangulation set, I could probably wear it as a necklace, but my gut feeling is telling me that it's a bracelet, which is cool, which is okay. I actually got a bracelet in a Bespoke Post box a couple months ago, but I'm pretty sure it's a bracelet, but the queer kinkster in me is looking at this and... Remember that little part that said, I can repurpose cans and bottles? Well, let's just say it grew up and hit puberty. There might be some other things. Oh, it's got a little latch tie and everything on it. All right, I got to put this away. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to whittle my 2 subscribers down to 1. I've probably already offended at least one of you. All right, so the tissue. This is the part. Like I said, I love this for a few seconds. I get to pretend that I'm not poor white trash in a lower middle class suburb of Raleigh, North Carolina. I get to pretend that I'm fancy, that I'm important, that I'm someone special. Let's see here. All right. Oh, two things. One, it wouldn't be a periodic Birchbox shipment without something from Billy Jealousy. And here we have the Billy Jealousy White Knight. What is that? The Billy Jealousy White Knight Facial Cleanser. Yes, internet trolls, you can take it into your favorite chat room, you can put it on, and you can defend all those poor put upon people that everybody else is harassing and being absolutely cruel and mean to. White Knight. And finally we have, double ooh. Okay, so first of all, it's a pomade. And secondly, it's from English Laundry. Now, here's the thing about English Laundry. The last two of the last three scent samples that they've sent me, I've actually picked up full versions of. So I'm curious about a couple things here. Can you believe this? I'm huffing grooming products for YouTube audiences. Yeah, I should totally do this, man. I should like get into that whole, what is it, ASMR, AMRS thing. You know, just the sound of me putting on my soothing voice. We have the English Laundry pomade. Now. It's nice and soothing. I could monetize this. I mean, apparently that's the big thing. Nobody is doing haul videos anymore. Everybody is doing this ASMR thing. But I don't have a good enough microphone on my 5-year-old iMac to do it. But this, I'm liking the smell of it. I'm liking the smell of it. The texture, so as you can see, I guess when I think about pomades, I'm thinking about a little bit more of a wax, something opaque. This is pretty much clear. The texture feels decent. Probably what I'll have to do is wash my hair and actually use this without the pre-existing. I've got the towel dry in there right now. But yeah, depending on how this holds, what it does, maybe we'll see. And again, that's not provided that, you know, the beard doesn't come out. And in November, I have a moment where I buzz all this down. And, you know, that's the one thing about my grooming patterns. I'm subscribed to Birchbox, but my grooming patterns just, I wear a beard. I buzz my hair usually. I'm not likely to use a lot of this if I do that. So I may have to go through this just to go through it before I do that. But anyway, not bad for a haul. So the English Laundry pomade, the Billy Jealousy White Knight facial cleanser, the Clinique for Men facial moisturizer, and the Game Day Soothing Aftershave, and finally, I gotta pull the card up. I'm just, God. The quote bracelet from Bison. All right, let's see what they say. Oh, it's Bison made double wrap bracelet. Apparently, it's got a value of $40, so I scored on that for the month. I know other people were getting this little like flask canteen kind of thing, and I was originally kind of feeling jealous. You know, that split second when I opened the box and there's no canteen in this, but I actually think I may have wound up better. So Bison made double wrap bracelet, $40, handcrafted bracelet made with Herman oak leather to keep your wristwatch company. Cut the cord to your desired length, wrap it twice around your wrist, then fasten the clip. Birchbox, if you sold this to the kink community alone, you could probably make a killing just based on the length. I'm just saying, kids, look for new. So one of the classes that I finished for my degree was a business class. You have a monetization revenue here, Birchbox. Think outside the box. The Game Day Aftershave, post-shave powerhouse that heals, soothes, and reduces the appearance of lines and wrinkles. How? After cleansing and shaving, smooth a dime-size amount of balm across your face and neck. The English Laundry Pomade, 25 bucks. That's actually not bad. It's a little more than what I pay for the towel dry, but I need to see the actual size of the container. Quintessential Pomade, Draper approved. That pairs a medium. Come on, guys, really? You're making Mad Men references 2 months after it went on to hiatus? How long are you guys going to milk that show for, man? Um, Pairs a medium hold with a classic shine. Work a dime-sized dab into the hair. Style by hand for separation or by comb for more polish. The Clinique for Men. Broad spectrum SPF 21 moisturizer. Full size, $26. What? A sunny day staple combining heavyweight hydration with UVA UVB protection. How? Before you leave the house, rain or shine, smooth a dime-size amount over face and neck. And then finally, our Billy Jealousy White Knight. I love that name. Internet trolls alone are either going to shit themselves or panic when they see this product. A conscientious cleanser that harnesses papaya enzymes to exfoliate skin without drying. So I guess papaya is back in. Congratulations. How? Twice daily, massage a quarter size amount into damp face and neck and rinse thoroughly. So there we are. That is our August Birchbox. I will probably procrastinate on this for a few weeks and get it up by the end of August, because I will probably work on getting the July Birchbox spliced together and uploaded. So, in the meantime, I'm going to do two of the three things that the cool kids are doing. One, subscribe. You get to hear me snark and stammer my way through a product review every once in a while. I still have that bespoke post box that I've got to put up. Come on. I'm cheap, free comedy. A fat man with low self-esteem, pandering for hits on the internet. You can't get any better than that. I can take my shirt off, but that's for another Tumblr entirely. Two, if you are interested in Birchbox stuff, what the hell? Subliminalpanda@gmail.com. That's my address. I don't know if you have to put that down as a referral. I don't know if I have to send you an invite. Work with me. I'm poor. This gives me money to buy stuff with Birchbox. So, there we are. I will see everybody at the end of August or the beginning of September.